Aloha and mahalo for joining me. I'm Janet, and welcome to the Call to Create podcast. I'm so excited that you're here today, and I wanted to ask you if you've ever considered meeting with me for a coaching session. I just want to let you know, ladies, that I do business coaching to help you get your creative business started. And we'll work together to outline all the steps to get your business up and running quickly, especially with the tech part. Remember, I love tech, so I can definitely help you with that, especially if that freaks you out just thinking about tech. I know I've heard some people say it freaks them out, but I can help you with that. It's so easy for me because I love it. And I'm here to serve you and help you. So if you're standing in your own way and if you feel like you're just not sure what to do, then email me at aloha@janetjohnston.com to get my coaching menu and book a coaching session with me. Okay, let's get to our topic today. And I'm so grateful that you're here sharing in this journey with me. And what I wanted to do today is wrap up the week-long journey that you're taking with me. And this journey was all about reviving a dream that you've had. Maybe you buried it, and maybe you just felt like, I don't have time for it. Or if you've had feelings of like, oh, I'm not worth it, or anything like that. I challenged you this week to revive your dream and make it come alive and make it happen, because you have worth and value, and you need something to get you excited when you wake up in the morning. You have to have something to look forward to, and something that really makes you happy. And you deserve to do things and fulfill your dreams and be happy. But before I wrap up all that I covered this week, I want to talk about the sixth step. And, of course, there can be many steps, but this is just kind of like a real basic way of working towards your dreams and the steps that you can take. So today's step is about asking questions. Okay, now this is like a two-part ask question, where you're gonna be able to think about thinking first about asking for help. Maybe, do you need help with fulfilling your dream? Do you need to ask someone? Do you need to do more research and find a person? Do you need to ask someone like a best friend to help you, or to help support you? Okay, so that's the first part of the ask questions. The second part of asking questions is, I want you to get in the habit of every day asking yourself questions about your dream. Okay, so some examples could be like, are you working towards your dreams every day? Are you thinking, okay, so if I were saying it to myself, maybe I should do it this way. So I would say to myself, like, am I thinking about my dream today? Am I taking the steps necessary to fulfill this dream? Am I keeping this dream alive every day? And find the questions that will work best for you. But those are some of the basic questions, because what tends to happen over time after you started working on a dream, what can happen and what I've seen happen is that you tend to get discouraged, or life gets in the way, or the fear and the doubt tends to creep up, and you start to doubt yourself, and you start to doubt whether you're worth having your dream fulfilled. So because of all these things that can happen, not to say that they will, but they can, and I've seen it before, and it's happened to me too. So that's why I'm saying, ask yourself these powerful questions every day, because the more questions you ask, the more you'll start to figure out, like, okay, what's going on? Am I doubting that I can fulfill my dreams? Am I having fear? Because when you fulfill a dream, there's things that you have to do. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to do things that are hard and boring. And, sometimes you just kind of feel like, oh, you know what? I'm just really tired because life got in the way and you're stressed. Or maybe you have a full time job. So by the time you get home, you know, you're not really thinking about, oh, yeah, I'm excited. I want to work towards my dream, right? Most of the time when you're tired, you just want to veg and or not think about anything, or go on your phone and go online and just kind of zone out, right? And those are a lot of like coping mechanisms to deal with stress. But I'm saying that the best way to counteract all of that is to think about your dream on a daily basis. So let me just go back and recap to kind of give you an idea why I'm talking about why you need to ask yourself questions every day. Okay. Now, so the first day was all about getting clarity about your dream, what it is, what was buried, what do you want to fulfill, what kind of dream is it, right? So to get really clear, and I always recommend writing things down in a notebook, physically writing it down on paper, because you want to have that whole kinesthetic part of your dream. And kinesthetic means that you're using all of your senses, right? Seeing, tasting, touching, feeling, and you want to be moving and talking about it and verbalizing it, and that whole experience will make it come alive and help you really get clear on what your dream is and why. Okay, and then the second step was to get focused, because like I was just saying, it's so easy to get off track and get unfocused and let everything else get in the way. And so I talked about many different ways where to help you get focused, like creating a vision board and putting reminders on your phone and all of that. And then the third step would be about your thoughts. Okay, now this is really important. You have to pay attention to what your thoughts are. And like I was saying when I was talking about your thoughts, is that your mind is one of the greatest assets that you have, because your thoughts will either create your dream, it'll help you make your dream come true, or it won't. Your thoughts will create your reality, in other words. Okay, and then the fourth step was about your why. Get in touch with your why. Why is that? So in the why, you're asking yourself questions again. So you're asking yourself, why is this important to me? Why do I want to fulfill this dream? And things like that. And the fifth step would be your efforts and the steps that you need to take. So sometimes it's an effort that you have to make personally if you get discouraged, right? And then all the steps that you need to take, this is like the planning part, and this is where you want to make it fun. You want to be able to make your dream fun as well. You don't want it to be a dread, because if it's dreadful or you're not looking forward to it, then maybe this dream is not really important to you. You want to make it fun so that you look forward to working on it every day. And then coming back to the sixth step is all about asking questions. So it encapsulates all the steps, every single step that I just talked about from the beginning of clarity. It just brings it all together, because you're going to constantly ask yourself questions about your dream. Because like I said, if you don't look forward to working on it every day, then maybe this dream is not as important as you thought it was. So that's why every day ask yourself questions, besides asking for help if you need help. But ask yourself questions every day, like, is this important to me? How am I feeling about it? Am I still getting excited about fulfilling this dream? And just keep asking as many questions as possible. And again, I encourage you to write it down on something. Write it down in a notebook. Keep your dream alive in your notebook as well. Okay? do this today because, like I said, we need something to get excited about when we wake up in the morning. And the world needs, like I say all the time, the world needs people to come alive and fulfill their dreams. And we need people to be happy with so much stress in the world. And, I'm not talking about faking being happy or anything, but if you can work towards a dream of yours and fulfilling it, that usually makes you come alive and it makes you excited to work towards something, and it just brings you a sense of happiness within you. Because, life does get busy and it gets in the way, and there's things that we have to do in life that aren't always fun. And so if you can do something that will help you, then that just makes life a whole lot better. And then I always talk about how when you're fulfilling your dream, you are not only blessing your life, but it always tends to bless the life or lives of someone or other people. Your dreams are never just about you. And if you take a look at what your dream is that you want to fulfill, think about everything that's involved. It's usually gonna affect someone or other people. Okay? And I know that to be true because there's some things that I've worked on, and I look at it and it's like, oh, this is not only for me, this is helping so many other people as well. Just like my dream is to help women and to coach women in those areas where they want to make improvement and they want to start their own creative business. So that's my dream. But then my dream is not only making me excited, but it also affects all these other women that I'm helping and that I'm going to help too. So think about that. It's always a win-win situation when you fulfill your dreams and you work towards it. Okay, it's not a selfish thing. So if you ever thought that fulfilling your dream is selfish, I want you to just let go of that thought, because that's not true. And I can tell you from experience and from all the other women that I've ever worked with and helped and who were clients, it's never ever selfish. Okay, so remember that. But thank you for taking this journey with me this week. And sometimes dreams take a little bit longer. It may not happen in a day or a week. Sometimes it can take months or even years. So don't give up, okay? If you do all the things that I was teaching, it'll help you get there to where you want to go. And like I talk about how this process is also who you're becoming. It's not just the end destination. That's the best part of fulfilling the dream. It's who you're becoming in the process. Okay, so I want you to remember that. Okay, I want you to really shift your thinking and really focus on the whole big picture. Okay, but I want you to share with me what dream you're fulfilling too, because I want to be able to cheer you on. I want you to have as much support as you can. Okay, even though you may not physically be here with me in my office, I can still support you online as well, because I think it's so exciting when we all support each other. All right, now do this today, do this for yourself, and do this for your family, because you're worth it. And I'm here to tell you that every day that you have worth and value, even if maybe you don't feel like it at the moment. I really want to support you. I love doing this. I love helping women, and just helping each other is so exciting. I think that's kind of one of the most fun things I can do on my journey here in this life, because we all have our own journey to take. But I just want to cheer you on, and come on this journey with me, because I have so many things that I want to share with you and teach you. All right, you folks, you have a great day. And please share this podcast with anyone who you know would get great value out of listening to it, especially if you know that they're thinking about starting their own business. Or even if they're not, there's still great value that I share in each episode that can bring value to women, even if they aren't interested in starting their own business. And please rate and review this podcast. I would appreciate it. And thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Aloha.